Hi guys, I hope you're well. So I wanted to come in here today and give you a little bit of value. I've literally got work in 20 minutes, but there's just one thing that I wanted to get off my mind. And today I'm going to be talking about just starting. So I know a lot of people when they first start the gym, they're anxious, they're unsure, they have a fear of judgment. And overall, when they step in the gym, they just might not know what they're doing in general. Like they just go walking in there, see all these machines, everybody working out. You might have a meeting in the background, screaming and dropping weights everywhere. And overall, they just don't really know, like they just got no confidence when they walk into a gym. So there's a few things that I wanted to touch point on today and explain from a point of view of a fitness coach, and obviously how you can help overcome these things, and obviously how eventually me as a coach, I want to help you overcome these things as well. So one thing I'm going to say first is that most people are too insecure to care about what you're doing, right? Obviously the gym itself is a place where people are going to better themselves, but obviously a lot of people that are stepping in there, obviously they're unhappy with how they look. You know, a lot of people that go in the gym, you know, don't know what they're doing. They're going in there and they're putting their foot in front of one foot in front of the other and going in there. But most people are too insecure to care about what you're doing in the gym. You are basically like everybody else. Everybody that goes into the gym, they either want to put on muscle, lose fat, they want to look better. Most people have the same problems as it is. So they're too insecure to care about you. So don't worry about that too much. The next thing I want to say is that 99% of people don't even know what they're doing themselves. So obviously, you know, you go into a gym, I've seen someone doing a hip thrust and a bicep curl together. Like, don't ask me how, but I've seen a guy doing this hip thrust and bicep curls together. Most people don't know what they're doing when they go in the gym. They've never had no formal education. Even the majority of PTs that go in the gym, the barrier to entry for PT in general is quite low. Unless you're going for a bachelor's degree and to go to university and having like really high levels of formal education, a lot of people either learn from the internet or they're just winging it, honestly. So one thing I say is that you're going in the gym, you're training. Obviously, if eventually you're working with me, you're obviously going to have a plan and structure, right? Most people don't know what they're doing. So eliminate that fear of judgment, because even if someone's judging you, they're judging you wrong anyway because they don't know what they're doing themselves, first of all. The second thing is obviously leading on from that point is that they have no plan or structure. Most people, when they go in the gym, they don't have a workout plan, especially an advanced or a really thought out plan. Like people just don't. You know, they might have a little plan with some exercises that they got from the gym themselves, where they've written out bicep curls, bench press, deadlifts, 3x15, and it's just on repeat, on repeat, and repeat. But like they've got no periodized plan in place at all. Most gyms don't, unless you're working with some pretty experienced coaches or bodybuilding coaches or someone who really knows what they're talking about. Most people just don't have no plan or structure. So obviously, if you are working with me in the future, and obviously we've got plan in place, just know that your plan is there for a reason. Like it's well thought through, and it's obviously it's to get a certain outcome. And most people don't have that. And going on to the next one is obviously for me, obviously as a coach and obviously as a fitness coach, obviously going to give guidance and knowledge. Before I start online coaching and offering them services, I really want to give some free value first. Obviously, I want to talk about diet phases and nutrition and training. A lot of the things I've learned from obviously the company that I work for. But obviously for me, I do want to move all this stuff online anyway. But I want to give a lot of free value. I want to have a lot of information for you guys, obviously, as consumers, and for people who are, you know, uneducated on a specific subject. I want to give you that knowledge, arm you with the things that you need to either change your life or make major improvements in certain areas, right? So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you got some value out of this video. Obviously, I've got many more to come moving forward, so obviously keep an eye on that. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and take care.